Hello and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video we are going to be looking at the word clause in SQL. Alright, so what we are going to be looking at the word clause in SQL. So in previous videos we've looked at how to import data into SQL, how to create a database to host our data. Alright, we've also looked at how to use select and then a from statement. Alright, and so now we are looking at the word clause, how to use the word statement. Alright, so what is a word clause? What is it about? What does it do? Okay, and so in what the word clause simply does is that it helps you to actually derive certain particular information, all right, that you really want. Okay, and so this is the whole data set, and there's this particular column. But in this particular column, you need only information for certain particular items in that particular column, or details. All right, in that particular column you don't need everything in that particular column, but you only need certain items in that particular column. And so let's assume that we have this entire data set. All right, so this is the data set that we have, but then I want information relating to people from the state of maybe just Abuja. All right, assuming you just want to find details of people from the state of Abuja. Okay, now how do you do this? How can you do this? And this is where the where clause comes in. All right, so the where clause will help you in collaboration with the select and then the from statement to say that, all right, so we want the entire data set. All right, we still want the entire data set, but in this regard, the entire data set is comprised of people that only are from Abuja, according to the state column that we have in this particular data set. All right, the people should only be the information that we want should only be about people from the state of Abuja, and that is that. And so we are not going to find anybody from the state of Port Harcourt or Lagos or Ibadan. All right, we're only going to find details of people from the state Abuja. Okay, and that is where the where clause comes in. And so we can just say select all, because we want every single detail. So that is why I'm using the select the select all. All right, so select all from that particular data set or this particular data set. All right, which is the marketing data set. All right, and then I'm going to come right down here and I'm going to specify the particular details I want. All right, and the particular details is that I want details of people from the state of only Abuja. And so when I type select all from marketing, then I'm going to come there and say where the state, so this state column, that's why I say where the state, so this state column is equal to Abuja. Now notice this. Now if I just write it this way and I try execute, this is not going to work. All right, now you might be asking, why is it not going to work? And the column, the error is saying that invalid column name Abuja, but you see that it's putting it in this quotation. I'm not sure if these are quotation marks, but these marks. All right, and so in SQL what happens is that when you are using these operators, all right, and it's not just equal to, we have greater than, we have less than. Do you understand? We have not equal to, we have equal to or less than, equal to or greater than. All right, so when you're using operators to indicate something, all right, what you do is that you put that particular description that you are looking for, you put them in quotation marks if the column is in text. If it's in figures or integers, you can just leave it as it is. All right, and that is fine. But in this regard, that this particular item is in text, you need to put it in these quotations. All right, this. So now if you run this again, what's going to happen is that if you run this, it's going to give you this, and you realize that this state column now has only Abuja. Now we are not seeing Port Harcourt, Lagos, Ibadan. We only see Abuja because in this select statement we've specified with a where clause that we only need information from people living in the state Abuja. All right, and so that is what we can see right here. People living in the state of only Abuja. All right, now if let's say we want, so like I said, if let's say we want people with an amount greater than 100,000. All right, so what we can do is we can say, all right, so total borrowed amount should be 100,000, greater than 100,000. So I'm going to say where total borrowed amount is equal to, and like I said, this particular column is an integer. All right, so what you can do is that you can just 100, and that is fine. All right, it's still going to work because the column is an integer column. All right, so greater than 100,000. Now if I run this, so this is a column that we are basing on. Okay, so if I execute this, it's going to give you all the columns, all details of everyone whose total borrowed is above 100,000. All right, and so this is one other way you can use the where clause. All right, and like I said, the where clause works with all the integers. So we use equal to, we use greater than, we can as well use less than. All right, you can as well use less than. The details over here, the amounts over here, all less than 100,000. All right, we can also use less than or equal to, and so on and so forth. All right, so we can use all of this. Now in this regard, we are selecting everything, but can we also select specific columns with the where clause? Of course we can do that. And so you can say select customer ID, gender, age, state from marketing, that's the table name, where the age, so let's base this on the age. So this age column is less than 30. All right, so the age column is less than 30. So this is going to bring only these particular columns with ages less than 30. All right, so let's see. Voila, so you can see that's only, is not selecting or returning all items in that particular data set. It's selecting only the items that we want to see where the ages are also less than 30. So this particular column has all ages less than 30. You're not going to find any above 30. All right, and so yeah, this is how you can use this one way of using the where clause. In our next video, we are going to see how to use a where clause with logical functions like and then or. And so if there's something that you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, comment. All right, and yeah, like I always say, I'll see you in the next one. Do take very good care of yourself. All right, so yeah.